Hi, let's talk about hiring. Today, I will talk to you about the first 5 people you must hire and the one you shouldn't when starting out. You know that building a successful home care agency means building a great team. But if we're being honest, hiring can feel like a minefield, right? You put out an ad, maybe on Indeed or Facebook. You screen the resumes. You do the interviews. First interview, second interview. You choose someone who seems like a good fit. And then boom, 3 weeks later, they ghost you. Or worse, they stay and slowly poison the culture you're trying to build. Sound familiar? Hiring the wrong people is one of the most expensive, exhausting, and emotionally draining mistakes any agency owner can make. And it doesn't just cost you money, it costs you your reputation, your energy, your peace of mind. But it doesn't have to be that way. And today, I'm going to walk you through the first 5 people you must hire when you're growing your agency and the one you should avoid, especially in the beginning. So let's get into it. But before we do, why is hiring the right person so important? Here's the hard truth most new agency owners don't hear. Your business is only as strong as the people who help you run it. You can have the best intentions, the biggest heart, the best services, the best branding. But if your team isn't aligned with your values, your mission, your vision, your expectations, your goals, you will struggle. And I get it. In the beginning, you are just trying to survive. You want warm bodies. You want people to show up. You need coverage, right? You are thinking short term. But that mindset can cost you big time in the long run. When you hire intentionally and strategically, you don't just get tasks done. You build trust, you build culture, you build momentum. And that starts with the first hires. So, who are these first hires? Number one is your superstar caregiver. This isn't just a hire, it's your first brand ambassador. The quality of your care depends entirely on the people delivering it. Your superstar caregiver should be someone who shows up on time, doesn't call out constantly, treats clients like family, and represents your agency with pride. When you are just getting started, this person helps you establish a reputation in your community. They are the ones your clients' families talk about at church, in support groups, or to discharge planners. Look for someone who is compassionate, dependable, a strong communicator. And here's a real tip for you. We always say hire slow, hire and fire fast. Spend time to interview carefully. Look for someone who lights up when they talk about seniors. Not just someone who wants a job. Hire for personality, hire for heart, and fine-tune the skills as you go. Okay. Number two, hire your scheduling sidekick. Here's something people don't talk about a lot. Scheduling is a full-time job. It's not a part-time job. It may be disguised as a part-time job. Call outs, last-minute challenges, caregiver preferences, caregiver requests, travel time, overtime management. It's a constant puzzle, and the wrong piece can throw your whole week off. Your scheduler needs to have a brain like a Google Calendar, the patience of a saint, and the street smarts of a New York City cab driver. They'll know who lives where, who works well with, who's the most likely to cancel on a Monday morning. Look for someone who is organized, proactive, calm under pressure. And here's a pro tip. Don't just hire a scheduler, hire a problem anticipator. And your third hire, your HR and compliance coordinator. This person is the keeper of the audit shield. You need someone who can stay on top of employee files, background checks, expiration dates, your license, TB renewals, I-9s, W-4s, confidentiality and HIPAA compliance, and a whole lot more. In the early days, you might think, I'll just track this myself. But one missing signature, one outdated document, or one careless mistake can lead to fines or worse. They don't need to be loud or flashy. They need to be on top of every detail like a hawk. And even if they're only part-time or virtual at first, they bring structure that protects your business and saves your sanity. Your fourth hire should be your intake rock star. This person is your front of house charm offensive. When someone calls your agency for the first time, they are usually scared, overwhelmed, and desperate for answers. They are not just calling for care, they are calling for hope. Your intake person's tone, patience, and professionalism determines whether that family moves forward or calls the next number on the list. They should be able to calm anxious family members. Just make them relax. Confidently explain your services and rates. Ask smart, pre-screening questions. Know when to escalate to your RN and so forth. And here's the hiring tip. Look for someone who can communicate with empathy and energy. That combination builds instant trust. Number 5 should be your billing and payroll ninja. Your billing and payroll ninja. You heard me right. Yes, let's be real. Billing and payroll is where most new agency owners hit a wall. Between tracking hours, issuing checks, handling deductions, chasing payments, and staying compliant with wage and hour laws, it's a lot. You need someone who loves details, double checks everything, can communicate clearly but kindly about money. This role becomes even more important if you accept long-term care insurance or Medicaid, because those billing systems come with a learning curve and delayed payments. So here is your pro tip. This person must understand that accuracy builds trust with both caregivers and clients. Now, who you shouldn't hire, at least not yet. Don't hire a full-time marketing rep right out the gate. And here's why. Most small agencies hire someone to get referrals without giving them clear messaging, a referral strategy, or any real training. They end up walking into hospitals, dropping off brochures here and there, and hoping for the best. You spend thousands on salary, mileage, coffee runs, and get little or no return. You are your agency's best marketing tool in the beginning. You know the vision. You know the mission. You care the most. When you walk into a referral meeting, people remember it. When you follow up, they trust it. You don't need to market everywhere because you may not have the time. You just need to market where it counts and learn the ropes first. Then, when your agency is most established, you can bring in a marketing rep who builds on what you've already established. Okay? Here is a story I'd like to share with you, which was a hiring nightmare for us. Maybe not a nightmare as such. We brought in someone to help us with intakes. On paper, she was perfect, friendly, experienced, had a professional voice, everything we thought we needed. But within a month, we started getting strange feedback. Clients called saying their calls were not returned, referrals were not being handled properly in a timely manner. Some even felt dismissed. We were shocked. We reviewed our calls. We listened to the recordings. And what we heard was someone who was impolite, not present. It's like they were not there. They were not warm. No follow through. It hurt us. We lost a client and almost lost a referral partner. The lesson? Skills can be taught, but attitude, heart, alignment matter more. And those cannot be taught. You must get someone who understands your values. And that's where everything shifts. So you may ask, what order should I hire in? If you're wondering where to start, here's a suggested priority order. You don't have to follow it, but I'll start with my superstar caregiver, rockstar caregiver, the intake coordinator. Yes, the intake rockstar, who will convert those inquiries into clients, your HR and compliance, who will keep your books in order, your scheduler, who will reduce that daily stress, your billing and payroll, who will stabilize your cash flow and build trust with your team. Some of these roles can be part-time, they can be virtual, or even shared in the beginning. And if you are in a licensed state, I must add this, you will need a registered nurse to do the intakes. But they don't have to be full-time at the beginning. They could be PRN or as needed. Okay, so let's hear from you. Have you ever hired someone who seemed great, but ended up being a disaster? Or maybe you are unsure who to bring on next and when? Drop your story in the comments below. We'd love to learn from you and help you, see how we can help you avoid that disaster going forward. Okay? Hiring doesn't have to be a guessing game, and you don't have to do it all alone. So, download our free staffing blueprints. It includes a simple hiring priority checklist, sample interview questions, and role descriptions for your first 5 hires. You also want to book a free 30-minute consultation with us. We'll review your current team, and your next growth step will help you build a smart, aligned hiring strategy. And if this video has been helpful, feel free to subscribe to our channel for more practical home care growing tips. You were called to care. Now let's build a team that helps you scale with excellence.